Welcome to Farming Aid. If you think all sheep are the same, you're about to see a completely different reality. In some of the harshest environments on Earth, from frozen volcanic landscapes to dry, unforgiving deserts and oxygen-thin mountain ranges, a few extraordinary sheep breeds have evolved traits that feel almost unreal. These are not your typical farm animals. They are survival specialists, shaped by centuries of extreme conditions, limited resources, and natural selection that push them far beyond what most livestock can handle. In this video, we're diving into 6 bizarre sheep breeds that survive where others simply can't. You'll discover sheep with fat tails that store energy like a living backup system, breeds that naturally shed their wool without shearing, and others that thrive at high altitudes where oxygen is scarce. These animals are not just fascinating to look at, they hold powerful lessons for modern farmers, especially those dealing with climate change, drought, or low-input farming systems. If you're serious about livestock farming, sustainable agriculture, or just curious about rare and unusual animals, this is content you don't want to miss. Make sure to watch until the end, because some of these breeds could completely change how you think about resilience and productivity in farming. And if you're passionate about smarter, more profitable farming, subscribe now and join Farming Aid for more insights that can help you build a stronger, future-ready farm. One of the most striking examples is the Icelandic sheep, a breed that has remained largely unchanged for over 1,000 years. Brought to Iceland by Viking settlers, these sheep adapted to a land defined by volcanic activity, freezing winds, and limited grazing seasons. What makes them unusual is their dual-layered wool, which consists of a soft inner layer for insulation and a coarse outer layer that repels water. This natural combination allows them to withstand relentless cold and wet conditions without the need for artificial shelter. Unlike many modern breeds that rely heavily on human management, Icelandic sheep are known for their independence. They can forage across rugged terrain, often climbing steep slopes to find vegetation hidden beneath snow or between rocks. Their ability to lamb easily, even in challenging weather, further strengthens their reputation as one of the most self-sufficient breeds in the world. Farmers who work with them often describe a sense of partnership rather than control, because these animals seem to carry an instinctive understanding of survival. Traveling from the icy north to the arid landscapes of North Africa, the Barbarine sheep presents a completely different but equally fascinating adaptation. This breed is easily recognized by its massive fat tail, which acts as a storage reserve of energy and water. In environments where food and water availability can change rapidly, this feature becomes a life-saving advantage. During times of scarcity, the sheep metabolizes the fat stored in its tail, allowing it to survive long periods without consistent nutrition. This is not just a passive adaptation, but an active survival strategy that has allowed the Barbarine to thrive in desert conditions where other breeds would quickly deteriorate. Its coat is also well suited for hot climates, reflecting sunlight and reducing heat stress. Despite the harsh environment, Barbarine sheep can maintain productivity, providing meat and wool to pastoral communities that depend on them. Their resilience is deeply tied to traditional farming systems, where mobility and adaptability are more valuable than high output under controlled conditions. In the high-altitude regions of Central Asia, the Karakul sheep stands out as another remarkable example of endurance. This breed has been shaped by centuries of survival in environments marked by extreme temperature fluctuations, from scorching days to freezing nights. One of the most unusual aspects of Karakul sheep is their lamb pelts, which have historically been valued for their unique texture and pattern. However, beyond this controversial aspect lies a deeper story of adaptation. Karakul sheep are capable of traveling long distances in search of grazing, often covering terrain that would be considered unmanageable for other livestock. Their digestive systems are highly efficient, allowing them to extract nutrients from sparse and low-quality forage. This efficiency is critical in regions where vegetation is limited and unpredictable. They are also known for their tolerance to dehydration, which gives them an edge in semi-desert conditions. Farmers who rely on Karakul sheep often emphasize their reliability, especially in years when environmental conditions push other animals to their limits. Moving into the rugged landscapes of the Scottish Highlands, the Soay sheep offers a glimpse into what sheep may have looked like before extensive domestication. These small, primitive animals have retained many traits that modern breeds have lost. They shed their wool naturally, eliminating the need for shearing, which is both unusual and advantageous in remote areas where human intervention is minimal. Soay sheep are incredibly agile, capable of navigating steep, rocky terrain with ease. Their small size and lean bodies allow them to survive on minimal resources, making them well suited to environments where food availability is inconsistent. What truly sets them apart is their natural selection process. In unmanaged populations, only the strongest individuals survive harsh winters, leading to a breed that is exceptionally hardy. This natural resilience makes them a valuable genetic resource for farmers interested in low-input systems. Instead of relying on heavy feeding and intensive care, Soay sheep demonstrate how survival traits can be preserved and even enhanced through minimal interference. In the mountainous regions of China, the Tibetan sheep represents another extraordinary adaptation. Living at high altitudes where oxygen levels are low and temperatures can drop dramatically, these sheep have developed physiological traits that enable them to thrive in conditions that would challenge most animals. Their lungs and blood systems are adapted to efficiently utilize oxygen, allowing them to maintain energy levels even in thin air. Their thick coats provide insulation against cold winds, while their strong hooves enable them to traverse rocky and uneven terrain. Tibetan sheep are also known for their ability to graze on sparse alpine vegetation, which is often overlooked by other species. This ability to convert limited resources into sustenance is a key factor in their survival. For local communities, these sheep are more than just livestock. They are an integral part of cultural and economic life, providing meat, wool, and even transportation in some cases. Their resilience is a reflection of the environment they inhabit, as well as the traditional knowledge that has guided their management for generations. Finally, in the harsh desert environments of the Middle East, the Awassi sheep stands out as one of the most heat-tolerant breeds in the world. Known for its distinctive long ears and fat tail, the Awassi has evolved to cope with extreme temperatures and limited water availability. One of its most impressive traits is its ability to walk long distances in search of food and water, often covering several kilometers in a single day. This mobility is essential in desert ecosystems, where resources are scattered and unpredictable. The Awassi is also known for its high milk production, even under challenging conditions, making it a valuable breed for pastoral communities. Its coat reflects sunlight and provides protection against heat, while its metabolic efficiency allows it to maintain productivity with minimal input. Farmers who raise Awassi sheep often highlight their reliability and adaptability, especially in regions where climate change is making traditional farming practices more difficult. What ties all these breeds together is not just their ability to survive, but the unique and sometimes bizarre ways in which they do so. From fat tails that store energy to wool that sheds naturally, from oxygen-efficient blood systems to water-repellent coats, these sheep demonstrate that survival is not about fitting a single model of productivity. Instead, it is about adaptation to specific environments and challenges. In a world where agriculture is increasingly focused on uniformity and high output, these breeds offer an important reminder of the value of diversity. They show that resilience often comes from traits that may seem unusual or even undesirable in conventional systems. For farmers and livestock enthusiasts, understanding these breeds opens up new possibilities. Instead of trying to force a single breed to perform in all conditions, there is an opportunity to match the right animal to the right environment. This approach not only improves productivity, but also reduces the need for external inputs such as feed, water, and medical interventions. It aligns with the principles of sustainable farming, where the goal is to work with nature rather than against it. By learning from these bizarre yet highly effective breeds, farmers can build systems that are more resilient, efficient, and adaptable to changing conditions. As climate patterns continue to shift and resources become more unpredictable, the importance of such breeds is likely to grow. They represent a genetic reservoir of traits that could be critical for the future of livestock farming. Preserving and studying them is not just an academic exercise. It is a practical step toward ensuring food security and sustainability in a rapidly changing world. These sheep may look unusual, and their traits may seem strange at first glance, but they carry lessons that are deeply relevant to modern agriculture. As you've seen, these 6 bizarre sheep breeds are far more than curiosities. They represent a different way of thinking about livestock, one that values resilience, efficiency, and adaptation over uniform appearance or maximum output under perfect conditions. Whether it's surviving freezing winds, enduring long droughts, or thriving on sparse mountain grazing, each of these breeds proves that the right genetics can turn even the harshest environment into a workable system. What really stands out is how these animals reduce dependence on expensive inputs. They need less feed, less water, and often less intervention, which directly translates into lower costs and more stability for farmers. In a time when climate uncertainty is becoming a serious challenge, these traits are not just interesting, they are incredibly practical. They offer a pathway toward farming systems that are tougher, more flexible, and better aligned with local conditions. So instead of asking how to push animals harder, maybe the smarter question is how to choose animals that are already built for the job. That shift in mindset can make the difference between struggling and thriving in difficult environments. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to Farming Aid for more real-world insights like this. There's a whole world of smart, resilient farming strategies out there, and we're just getting started.